Child, I would have been through with retinol way before some 24 weeks. And then you don't have on sunscreen like you're just begging for jacked up skin. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I want to talk about all of my top tier feminine care secrets that I can no longer gatekeep. I know a lot of these things you guys may already know, but I feel like with your girl being in her 30s, I feel like these things I've implemented into my routine that have always stuck with me and will always stick with me. And some of these things you may already do, some may be new to you, but I feel like these are all very important things to keep yourself looking young, keep your skin looking beautiful, not only your external beauty, but also your internal. We're gonna be talking about health and some of the important things that I like to do. But some of this stuff is beauty tips, some of this stuff is health stuff, but these are just some of my top tier things that I like to do to keep my feminine care routine top tier. Okay, so let's get started. I don't want to make this video long because y'all know I can talk and my videos can go on and on, okay? So I have a whole list right here. I want to make sure that I cover everything. So the first one, you guys, you know that I'm really big on hair and just taking care of my natural hair. And if I have learned anything in my 30s, it is make sure that you guys are doing some kind of hot oil treatment. I would say you could do this about once a month, but this is really going to save your hair. I know a lot of us like to dye our hair, do all these different styles, use a lot of heat, and I feel like the way to make your hair bounce back is to get you a nice good oil. So I would recommend like a coconut oil. You guys can go into any of your grocery stores, health food stores, and they're gonna have some coconut oil, but make sure that you get the organic kind, and you can just put a little of this and heat it up so that it turns into an oil. With the hot oil treatment, you can directly put the oil into your hair. To level up that hot oil treatment, one of my little secrets is I like to put the oil with my hair conditioner. So whatever oil I'm using, I will mix it with my hair conditioner, and I'm telling you guys, your hair is gonna love you. It's going to start growing, especially if you have thick natural hair like myself. Sometimes that hair, that deep conditioner and that hair mask is just not going to be enough, and you want to just it up. And I'm telling you guys, oil in your hair conditioner is a must. Another oil that all the girls have been talking about is one by Miel, and it's the Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. So I would highly recommend this too. This is definitely going to be a game changer to put in with your deep conditioner. Or sometimes what I like to do is before I even shampoo, I'll do what's called like a pre-poo, and I will put all the oil through my hair. If I have time, I'll let it sit overnight, and then I'll shampoo. And I'm telling you, you will see such a difference in your hair health. Your hair is gonna grow. It's gonna be a lot manageable. So yeah. Still talking about hair, I'm telling you guys, back in the day before I really took the time to learn about my hair, I would just use any hair products. I would go to the beauty supply store and just pick up whatever. But I would highly recommend, if you really want to see a difference in your hair and love your hair always, just make sure that you invest in your hair. Some of the products or some of the brands that I really have been loving, Olaplex, Amika. There are so many great hair lines these days, and they are a little pricey sometimes. I know Olaplex can be pricey, but I'm telling you guys, you gotta invest in your hair. I know a lot of us complain our hair doesn't grow, it doesn't look right. You gotta stop buying those products from like Walmart and Target, like the Olay, what is it? The Pantene Pro V and all of those lines. Go ahead, girl, and invest and use some good hair products, okay? And then, speaking of hair, one thing that is a must for me, I don't care if I'm traveling, if I'm in a hotel, if I always make sure that I have my silk bonnet on, and for double protection, Not only am I gonna put on my silk hair bonnet, but I'm also going to be using a satin pillowcase. This is a must. If you really wanna take care of your hair and you just wanna see your hair flourish, make sure, ladies, that you are using your silk bonnet at night and your silk pillowcase. Now, the reason why I do both is because if this comes off, first of all, my hair, like I always have curls or something going on, and I just don't feel like it's safe to just sleep directly on this pillowcase with my hair, like with my hair curled and stuff. So I always have like my hair up in a pineapple, and then I'll put on my bonnet, but sometimes this bonnet may come off, which I'm not worried about because I know that the health of my hair is going to be okay because my pillowcase is always satin. So these are inexpensive. I got all of mine off of Amazon because, child, I know sometimes them satin pillowcases can be very expensive. So I will definitely make sure that I leave these pillowcases, the links to the ones that I got, and they come in all colors. And I done had these for a few years now. So definitely make sure that you're using a silk bonnet, and if not, definitely a silk pillowcase or satin pillowcase. And talking about pillowcases, another important thing that I am just I make sure that I stay on top of it, and that is changing out my pillowcase. Some of us drool, some of us don't cleanse our faces as thoroughly, and just germs, period, that are in your hair and on your face, all of that continues to build up on your pillowcase. So I would highly recommend that you change out your pillowcase 2 times a week. I know some of you guys may be like, what? But definitely do so, because just there's a lot of germs on pillowcases, and you will definitely see your skin look better. Overall, I have not had any complaints about my skin or anything, any blemishes really, since I did this, because you know, sometimes in the past I would do it once a week, but I'm telling you guys, if you up how many times you change out your pillowcase a week, your skin is gonna flourish, and it's just a lot more like hygienic to do so. Continuing on with hair, a big one for me that I can admit that I just recently started to do, not recently, but within the past year, is make sure that I am cleaning out my hair brushes at least once a week. And the reason to do this is because when you're using your combs, not only hair brushes, but your combs, and you're combing your hair and you haven't washed it in a couple days, what's going on? All of that dandruff, dry scalp, all the stuff that's going on in your hair is ending up in your hairbrush and your combs. So let's say that you decide to wash your hair, and now you're going back with this same brush and this comb that's full of all of that dirtiness, and then you're going back into your clean hair. That is horrible for your hair, ladies. All it's gonna do is cause your hair to react to all of that dirt. It's gonna clog up your hair follicles, and your hair, you're gonna notice a difference in your hair. So if you notice that you can't get rid of that dry scalp, which of course, granted, you may have health, stuff going on, medications you're on or whatever, you just have certain skin conditions that cause you to have dry scalp. But if you don't have any of that, and you notice that your hair is not flourishing, or your scalp is it's always flaky, definitely look into if you're cleaning your hair brushes and your hair combs. Because I noticed this, because one day I was grabbing for my hairbrush and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing looks crazy, and I'm about to put this in my clean hair. So definitely make sure that you're cleaning your hairbrush and your hair combs before you use them on your clean hair. Okay, this one I mentioned before, but I'm gonna mention it again because your girl has not been consistent with it. But when I am consistent, I definitely notice a difference, and that is mixing chlorophyll with your water. This, you guys, is a game changer. Number one, there's definitely been claims that it helps with to neutralize toxins, to prevent cancer, to reduce inflammation, and inflammation is a really big thing, you guys. And if you can fight inflammation in your body, that is definitely a plus. But for me, I really like chlorophyll because this is a natural deodorant. So if you're a girl that really sweats a lot, you're a heavy sweater, or your odor just may be naturally stronger than others, I would highly recommend chlorophyll, because once your body is acclimated to it, you're gonna notice a difference in just how your body odor is not as present, and then you don't need as much deodorant. So I really love this, you guys. I love chlorophyll. I definitely just feel and see a difference overall when drinking this. And I know some people may say chlorophyll has like an earthy taste, but this one that I get does have mint in it. If you can't find a chlorophyll with mint, then I would just recommend just putting the drops. But I think I found one on Amazon, so I'll be sure to include it in my storefront. But yeah, chlorophyll is definitely a game changer, and I like the taste of it. So I feel like it makes me drink water more, because it's a little more exciting than just drinking plain water. But yeah, this is definitely a good one. The next one that I have learned in my 30s that I just feel like has leveled up my feminine care routine, and is definitely a must, is washing all my underwear and bras in a garment bag. Especially my really fancy underwear that have lace on them, or bras that have lace on them, or little trinkets, or whatever you have going on, and you know you want those bras and underwear to really last. Get you a garment bag. Now this one I got from The Laundress, which is a really fancy laundry line, and they sell all kinds. I love them down. But I got this years ago. It came with this one and a smaller one, and literally I put all my blazers and stuff in this big one. And I also put all my underwear and my bras in here. This is going to make your bras and underwear last a whole lot longer. You know how sometimes when you throw your underwear and bras into the washer, and then when you get them out to put them in the dryer, which we'll talk about that in a minute, and they're all tangled up, and it's just like, no. And then after a few months of having it, it just looks crazy of having the bras and underwear. They don't even look like they did when you initially bought them. Girl, it's because you need you a garment bag. So highly recommend this. I don't ever wash my undergarments and just throw them in the washer, because you can bet your life that they are not going to last long. And I never ever dry them. That's the fastest way for them to shrink, especially if you guys, do purchase your bras and underwear, from cheaper brands. Even I can say, even with Victoria's Secret, I am gonna make sure, and I should say, not the underwear, because I will dry my underwear. I ain't got time to be hanging a bunch of underwear, but specifically your bras, I always make sure that I air dry them, because I notice that when I don't, and I can always put them in the washer and dryer, the wires start coming out and it's just a hot mess. So definitely make sure that you're air drying at least your bras, and you're putting your undergarments in a garment bag, and you literally put them in here and throw it in the washer. That's all it takes. So now we're gonna get into hot feminine hygiene. So, me being in my 30s, I've experienced with all kinds of stuff, you guys, just all kinds of stuff for our intimate area. What works for me, what didn't work for me. I done experienced it all. So some of these items that I'm gonna show you guys, I think are a must, no matter what age you are, and have definitely been a game changer. The first one is a probiotic. To be honest, it really doesn't matter, from my opinion, what the brand is, but make sure, you guys, that you have a woman's probiotic in your routine. This is just going to help make sure that your pH balance is straight, that all the levels are where they should be, and it's just going to help your immune system overall. So, if you are a girl that always suffers from BV, yeast infections, and they give you the medication and it's right back within a few months, I'm telling you, you need to get a probiotic in your life. So definitely make sure. And hey, I have to say, I'm not always consistent. I can be consistent with it, and then I'm off of it again, and you're just confusing your body. So if you can be consistent and make sure that you're consistently taking a probiotic, your body will love you, You will thank me later because you won't be having all those issues downstairs, and this definitely helps. Now, the next feminine hygiene tip that I have is, this one is specifically if you're experiencing any odor or things like that, or irritation, and you know it's not something where you need to see a doctor about, I would highly recommend that you get boric acid. Now, boric acid, you shouldn't use it all the time, but this is supposed to be used in those cases where I think a real good time to use it is after your period, because sometimes that old blood can get stuck up there and you're wondering, why do I have an odor, or I just don't feel overall fresh. Boric acid is going to get all that out so that you could just reset every month. So I would highly, highly recommend a boric acid treatment. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these suppositories, and well, not all of them, but you're gonna take a suppository and put the boric acid, and it looks like a capsule, and then you just stick it up there. And I would highly recommend that you do this at nighttime, because what's gonna happen is the warmth from your body is going to make the capsule melt so it can do what it needs to do, and it's going to come out. So you want to make sure that you wear a liner, and you have to do this for 7 consecutive days. Now, if you try this and it don't help, then yeah, you definitely need to go see a gynecologist, okay? But if you just want to reset, you want to feel fresh and all of that, especially, like after your period, definitely try boric acid. Okay, so now let's move on to skincare. So your girl has been a skincare connoisseur. I done tried every product. I done been there, done that. And when I had time to reflect after all these years on what would be some of the items or type of products that I would always have in my skincare routine, the first one is going to be vitamin C. I was not always a believer of vitamin C. I recently just started using vitamin C maybe a year or so ago, and I have highly, highly seen the difference in using vitamin C. So make sure that no matter what is in your skincare routine, that one of the products is vitamin C. Vitamin C is going to give you that natural glow. It's just going to even out your skin tone, and I feel like that's one of the most important things that we all look for in our skin, is just a natural, pretty glow. And vitamin C is that girl child. So if you do not have any vitamin C, you don't have to go out and spend all this money. If you've seen my last shop and haul video, you know I got this vitamin C for the low at TJ Maxx. So I would highly recommend you go to TJ Maxx, you go to Marshall's, try those places before you go to like Sephora or Ulta. So if you didn't watch that video, this one is called the old, this brand is the Old Haricin, and this is their Truth Serum. And I haven't had enough time to use this to really say good things about this, but they have good reviews online, so I have a lot of hope for this. But one that I love down and that I have been using faithfully, and I love it, is the CEO Glow by Sunday Riley, and I'll be sure to link everything below. But this has vitamin C and turmeric in it, so that's a plus. Turmeric helps with swelling, inflammation, so to me, that is the perfect combination for our skin. So yeah, definitely love this. You see I have this little bottle and consistently use it and still have a bunch, but they do sell this in larger sizes, but I got it like in a Sunday Riley kit. But yeah, make sure, ladies, that you have vitamin C in your routine. You will thank me later. The next one that is just a must, there's no arguments about it. Make sure that you have sunscreen in your skincare routine. I'm telling you guys, I have seen such a difference in my skin overall since using the sunscreen. And see, let me tell y'all something that's so scary that I used to do. I used to use like active ingredients that had AHAs, BHAs, acids in them. And I would do that in the morning, and then I would just go out about my day in the sun, chilling with not a sunscreen on. And y'all, like I'm just thinking back to how my skin used to look. I used to have blemishes. It was crazy, you guys. Blemishes on my face, just uneven skin tone. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm cleaning my skin. You know, I'm making sure that I'm changing out the washcloths and stuff that I'm using. What is going on? It's because, number one, you never go outside with active ingredients on, and then you don't have on sunscreen. Like, you're just begging for jacked up skin. That's what I was doing. So number one, you should use those type of ingredients at night anyway. But if you just have to, or you just got a facial, you need sunscreen. Even if you haven't used those items, you need sunscreen. Sunscreen is gonna help with those UV rays. It's gonna help your skin. I don't know if you guys have seen that commercial where they have the lady and they cut off the light and show like that blue light on her face, and from her not using sunscreen, and it's scary. It's scary, you guys. So if you're having skin concerns that are beyond like acne and stuff, and you just have a bunch of blemishes and stuff, and you don't know why, really thoroughly check your skin, what products you're using and what may be missing, and see if you're using a sunscreen, because sunscreen is a must. And this one I'm loving because it has a glow to it. It's by Tula Skincare, and I'm almost out. It's SPF 30, and it protects from UVA and UVB rays. And I love this, you guys. I believe I may have picked this up from Target. But yeah, make sure you putting on that sunscreen, girl. Next skincare thing that just is a must for me, and there's no arguments about that, and that is to use a face mask, you guys. Make sure that you have a face mask in your routine at least once a week. Now, I can admit again that I am not always consistent with this, but when I have been, I have noticed a complete difference in my skin. Your skin does not need a lot. Your skin just needs you to do certain things throughout the week, like make sure if you wear makeup that you're double cleansing, but also that you know you're putting the right treatments on your face, like sunscreen and vitamin C and a mask. To me, a mask is a great reset, and I've been doing this for years, and when you are consistent with it, you will highly see a difference in your skin. Now, there are so many different masks out there. Face mask, I'll make sure that I leave a few of my favorite, but I'm telling you guys, make sure that you're taking that time out. I know a lot of times, you know, we're busy, we're on the go, we have kids, we have things going on, but if I could say one thing, make sure that you just give yourself that day, just devote one day out of the week where you pamper yourself and you do things for yourself, because how can you support others and be there for others when you're not there for yourself? So I definitely make sure I have that selfish time where I'm taking either, you know, a couple hours out of one day or something to just make sure that I'm taking care of my skin, I'm doing my face mask, I'm taking care of my hair, because that's very important to me. That's important for your mental health, not just to look good, but also for your mental health, just to reset and just feel relaxed, because if you don't feel good about yourself, you ain't good for nobody, right? Okay, so another thing, I'm gonna pull up my computer because I wanna make sure that I get this right. But another tip that I have learned when it comes to skincare in my 30s that I feel like has been a game changer for me is be consistent with your skincare products. I know a lot of times we try out these new products, these new active ingredients, and we're just immediately like, after 2 times of trying it, oh, this don't work, this is some garbage. And then you run on Sephora and Ulta and put these bad reviews. But let me tell you why, sis. More than likely, it's because you did not give it time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to read off to you guys how long it takes based on the ingredient in your skincare products it takes for you to actually see results. So let me tell you, so the first one is retinol. So as you know, retinol helps with fine lines, wrinkles, aging skin, all that stuff. And I've seen a lot of girls talk about retinol lately, but it's a good nighttime skincare active ingredient to use on your skin. And you know, with me being in my 30s, that's definitely a must to incorporate retinol. We're gonna break it down by the problem area. So let me tell you guys, so for retinol, it takes 12 to 24 weeks for you to see any results, and that's for fine lines and wrinkles. It takes 4 to 12 weeks for you to see results, and that's for acne, because I get retinol helps with acne. And then it takes 24 weeks for you to see any results using retinol if you have hyperpigmentation. Child, I would have been through with retinol way before some 24 weeks. So that's just an example to show you guys. I mean, another example, I'm trying to find one. Okay, so hyaluronic acid. This is a short one. It takes literally 15 minutes for you to see skin hydration with hyaluronic acid. And what I like to do is I'll take hyaluronic acid and drop it into my face moisturizer. That's really a good one. What's this? Vitamin C, which I just told you guys about for skin hydration, 6 weeks. And that's because you have to get your skin acclimated to the product. These are not overnight treatments where you're gonna use it and within a couple days or a week, you're gonna see results. These things take time. And so I have wasted so much money and I have thrown away good products because I was not patient. So remember, you guys, when you guys are using skincare products, be patient. Patience is the key. But now we're getting into the health. So one thing that I have learned, you guys, because let me tell y'all, I'm gonna tell the truth. I cannot stand working out. I do have my moments where I'm in the zone. I got a good playlist going and I'm just on it. Like, I'm just getting through it. But that's like probably once every 6 months. So one thing that I could definitely say is that, you know, I have kind of struggled in the past to figure out what was the perfect routine for me. And I just thought, oh, I gotta go hard. I gotta feel like I'm dying at the end of my workout. I gotta be doing all this cardio, all this HIIT. And if you don't know, HIIT is high intensity interval training, I believe. And basically that means in short spurts, you're like doing jumping jacks, you're doing burpees in like a short amount of time. And that's all good. If you have the energy for that, that is great. But what I have learned in my 30s is to maintain your body and to be confident. And also the most important, because it's more about just your outer appearance, but just to be healthy, you can do low impact workouts and not kill yourself and still look good, still be able to fit in them jeans you bought 2 years ago. But it's really about your diet. It's, what do they say, 20% working out and 80% diet. But when it comes to your workouts, I have learned that to maintain my body, to be toned and to feel great, you can do low impact. So when I say low impact, like your Pilates, you can do strength training, but it'd be low pack strength training. And a workout program that I really like is Fitness Blender. I've been doing Fitness Blender. It's online for years. You can pick your own programs. So if you are someone that really likes high impact, they have that. They have low impact. But I'm telling you guys, I have learned that. So for my girls that are like me and it's like, shoot, I'd rather be chilling on the couch, just, you know, in my zone, working out is important. We can't get past that. But I have learned that you can do fun types of working out and not feel like you're dying. I love SoulCycle, you know, doing cycling. I know some people may not like that, but there's always Pilates. There are so many other options, and feeling like if you feel bad about your weight or your appearance and you feel like, oh, I gotta go in the gym and kill myself. No, you don't, honey. So the last tip, what I have learned that I feel like has definitely helped me level up my feminine care routine, you guys, and that is taking supplements. And I hate taking supplements. I hate swallowing them. It's a lot. Like, don't let it be a big pill. Your girl ain't taking it, but build your own supplement package, whatever you want to call it. Make sure that you guys are taking supplements. It's very important. I like to take zinc. Zinc is really, really good, especially for women's health. Love B12 for energy. Love a good vitamin D. Whatever you feel you're lacking in or whatever your health concerns are, make sure that you have your supplements going. And I know, you know, people say take this and take that, but to be honest with you guys, what I've learned since being in my 30s, take what your body needs. If you know you don't need zinc, you know you get enough of that in your diet, why are you taking zinc? So just think about the things that you feel you are lacking in. And that brings up another point, making sure that you go to the doctor and you get your womanly checkup, which your girl is about to make her appointment for. But make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're getting your blood drawn once a year to make sure that there's nothing that comes up. Because let me tell you guys, I have definitely been there and done that. I had an issue a few years ago where my stomach was really puffy, almost like pregnant. And I'm like, yo, I don't eat like that. What's going on? Come to find out, I had fibroids. So, and what's scary is that I've noticed that my stomach is starting to puff back because when I had the fibroids, I went and got a procedure where they pretty much like put these engineered metal balls in me, in my ovaries, to make sure that they block the blood flow from becoming too much to where the fibroids grow. But I almost feel like I'm feeling the puffiness again. Please pray for me because I'm praying that I don't have them again, but I do need to make another appointment just to be for sure. Maybe your girl is eating something that I shouldn't be eating, which is another good point. Watch what you eat and how your body feels because, child, there's some things I eat and the way I feel afterwards, it's like, you know, you shouldn't be eating this, and it causes bloating and all of that. And that's another good thing. Probiotics are really good for bloating, you guys. And maybe that's what it is because I was drinking Pops, which have probiotics in it, like it was going out of style, and my stomach was flat. Then I kind of got off of the Pops. I wasn't consistent with my probiotic supplement, and maybe that's what's going on. And on top of my diet. So fingers crossed when I go and get checked up, everything is good, but make sure that you guys are doing that. You know, if you're feeling dizzy or you're just not feeling right, just make sure that you're getting your womanly wellness check because, you know, God forbid, but your doctor may find something, and maybe something that is, you know, that they can quickly fix with a supplement, some type of medication. Make sure you do that because we want to feel good. We want to feel good. We want to look good. But what's most important is you want to make sure that your health is A1. So anyway, you guys, those are all of my tips that your girl has learned now that I'm in my 30s that have definitely stuck with me, and I want to share with you guys, especially because I know I have a lot of younger girls that watch me, and I'm telling you girls, if you stick to these tips right now at your young age, you are going to be flawless and be amazing women. You guys definitely are already amazing young women, but you will be top tier on a whole nother level if you just stick to these tips that I share with you guys today. As always, I would love to know you guys' tips or things that have really stuck with you that you make sure that you do consistently in your feminine care routine. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. I love all of you guys. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. You do. The boys are weird. The boys are weird. He doesn't see us. So not looking at me, boy. The boys are weird. The boys are weird. He doesn't see us. So not looking at me. Got that inside your heart.